for the third attempt.
Back again.
If this doesn't get fucking recorded, I'm done.
I don't know what to
give up.
do.
No, I'm done. I give up.
It's fucking wild. But we figured it out. Red light, 2 red lights.
Yeah, whatever.
It took a while.
Because I was trying to ask Danny what we talked about in the first 2, but then it's like, all right.
By that time, it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, anarchy.
Yeah, but you know what? We were talking about that fucking opening your mind or changing your mind documentary with the mushrooms and
Change
shit.
Your Mind.
Yeah, change your mind. And we were talking about how like there had been studies.
I wish I could have changed your mind on those shorts because I just looked at the TV. You look like an asshole. You look like I get it if it's for the bit, but like you could have just taken a picture at home and been like, look how retarded I look. You're like, I'm committing. Jesus Christ. Ugh. You look like you're about to go complain to Donna about your OT pay. That's from personal experience. Donna used to work for my uncle. She did all the fucking OT.
But what I was saying is that we were talking about that doc and how they had gone into whether or not, there had been concrete evidence that, mushrooms or other things like that have actually helped people with Alzheimer's and things like that. And then we had said something the one night about like how crazy it would be if there was adverse effects, because they never talk about the adverse effects of like these like mushrooms unless it's like something that really goes off the deep end.
Sure.
And then we were talking about like, what if, Michael J. Fox tried to use it for his Parkinson's and it just ramped up his Parkinson's.
Yeah, it just went harder.
And we called it Theme Parkinson's. Like he just started like getting on roller coasters, shaking all over the fucking place.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
That would be the best way to go. Well, no, not awesome. But I think I think it would be amazing to see that like people are like, 9 times out of 10, MDMA is going to help everybody. Yeah. But there's that one time that just sets it over the bar.
You might get P. Keaton. You know what I mean?
Johnny be bad. You will not know.
You know those shakes you were looking for?
Well, look at this.
I can't hold the phone.
Dude.
He's like, get your cousin. It's like, what the fuck?
That's that's what I'm talking about. Like, I think it would be funny. Well, not funny, but like they always talk about the benefits of these drugs, and I'm not saying they aren't out there, and I'm not saying that it will be, in the long run for the greater good of people. But with all drugs, there's going to be side effects.
Yeah, it's going to hit different people, definitely. Yeah.
I do think that it is crazy. Like when you watch commercials for like pharmaceuticals, there's like that long list at the end. It's like if you experience this, blah, blah, blah. And like then it's like uncontrollable diarrhea, rectal bleeding, all this stuff. And then like you could die from it, which is also crazy. And I just think like what happens, like has anybody ever OD'd from MDMA?
I'm sure.
Had to.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Like, yeah.
I'm sure.
So like that's
especially it was also like ecstasy in the early days, dude. Like,
when they
were ramping it up,
chemicals and weird shit in it.
Yeah,
I mean, what is MDMA actually from? Is that like ayahuasca?
I think it's from Kick Ass, the Kick Ass plant from fucking fuck yeah,
the party fern. Get the fuck.
That's where it's from.
Do not cut this tree down.
No, actually, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know anything about.
I mean, obviously, we can just look it up, but
I
think it's also they can't really. It's pretty interesting because, like I said, it's that I remember Ari talking about it a while ago with the vets who had PTSD and they were taking MDMA, but they were like, they were taking it in a controlled environment. They were taking like very. It was like monitored. They're not just like sending them into the fucking club with some glow lights and like, this will fix that shit.
I got to be honest. Like, if I was being monitored by someone, that would kind of make me freak out a little bit more. Well, like if they were like, we're going to keep an eye on you, I'd be like, whoa.
I think they're also like, are you okay right now? They're like, do you want us in the room? Do you want us out? Like, what's going to make you most comfortable? Because like they don't know. They've never had this experience before. So
plus they're going through a therapy session.
Right.
That's true. Yeah, I guess so.
They're talking to someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's always.
I bet you there's so much fucking bullshit too. That's like, it's kind of a double-edged sword because it's like you're helping someone with a medication that they haven't tried, which is great. But also it's like how much bullshit fucking coke conversation you're going to have with this guy. Like,
oh my God.
You know what I'm thinking?
From the beginning.
Dude. Restart the internet. I'm like, oh my God. He's like, I'm going to fix that car. I am. I know I've had it for 9
Dude,
years.
that's his. Was like, what's going to make you comfortable? It's like, honestly, get me near a Volkswagen. I need to get this project done.
Hammer, some duct tape.
Dude, you just leave him in a room full of shit. He's like, let's see what he builds because we need to get things.
Yeah, it's just, dude,
off the shelf.
that's the only bad part of that is there's going to be so much nonsense drug talk that, like,
Oh my
the next
God,
day
yeah.
you're like, we're not doing that.
So like, then you meet up. It's like, I thought we were friends. He's like, no, you said we were friends in the fucking therapy session. We're not.
It's just
We're not
like,
friends.
dude, this year, paintball team, we're doing it.
You
we
and
say
me.
it every year, dude.
Look, here's the thing. Cancun, all inclusive this year. You're coming with me.
He's like, this is the, let's just settle and let's get it going, man. No, it just takes two to start it.
It's like, dude,
I feel like that's how the Fire Fest started. It's like Ja Rule and that
Without a
retard
doubt.
fucking eating MDMA. He's like, dude, here's what we do.
yo, here's the thing. Like, we get an island, right?
You know that one with like Coke?
Bang. Dude, it's like Diego from fucking Blow. He's like, we are brothers. Like, goodbye.
Bye. Yeah. That's what it was, wasn't it? Wasn't Fire Island on Fire Island
On
Fest?
Normand K.
Yeah, wasn't that where it was? Or it was one? No, it was one of Pablo's islands.
Jesus Christ.
I thought it was like the Bahamas or something.
I think that's where I got moved to.
So
Originally, it was supposed to be on, I think, either Norman's Cay or something owned by. It was definitely an island at one point
Wow.
owned by Pablo,
for drug trafficking.
Yeah, it was like either fuel up or fuck it. You know what I mean?
Man.
But which is funny because they left it exactly how cokeheads would leave. It's like, dude, I built 110. That's all it takes. Let's get more. The next, dude, Firefest is legitimately the perfect example of doing too much blow in one night and the next morning
Yeah.
waking up like, what the fuck
We
were we
still
thinking?
have to do this.
It's like, dude, why did we tell everyone Blink 182 was coming here? It's like, I didn't talk to them. Also, those aren't tents. This is a fucking
Also, the one dude doesn't travel by plane.
what?
Travis Barker. Like, you don't.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
he would have to boat there.
Yeah.
He doesn't travel by plane.
Yeah, he was in a plane crash with that guy.
Yeah.
DJ AM or something.
Oh. Well,
And
yeah, boy.
He was in a plane
Well,
crash.
AMOD.
AMOD. So he
yeah.
survived the plane crash and then later.
Wow,
beat
I
up.
didn't know that. So Travis goes the man route.
Yeah, dude.
He just buses it around. He
buses
won't
it
fuck.
around.
Yeah.
Boats and boats.
Bussin' and boats. Sometimes both, dude.
Wow. I didn't know that. Also, I just don't give a shit.
I mean,
well, I hate it because like after I watched that, and I know we talked about before that Machine Gun Kelly documentary, and I realized, like,
yeah.
he's all in on this kid. I was like, you stink.
That's got to be a weird thing to just find out that like Travis Barker's all like. If you got a phone call, it's like, yo, Travis Barker's really interested. I'd be like, what is happening with my life right now?
I know. I'd be
Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if that, but that's kind of the. Actually, in this case, it actually worked out better than anything because that dude, Machine Gun Kelly, kind of went from the rapping or whatever he was doing to that pop punk, and it's like,
yeah.
who to get? I mean,
Dude,
that's a king.
He's the Lemmy of pop punk.
Exactly.
You just get it in there.
Yeah, that's the John Bonham of fucking pop punk.
That's the Ian Anderson.
Dude.
Get
Neil
a
Peart.
flute on that guy. He's Purton, dude.
Oh my god.
Fuck me.
Finish those Sashas.
Oh yeah, how was the Squatch?
It was great. Yeah, Sasquatch, little Sasquatch down at
incredibly nice guy.
very nice, kid.
Very nice kid.
I like him a lot.
He was very
good,
nice.
good dude, and they were good, man. His crowds. I said it on the late show. I think on Wednesday. I went out because I was looking at the crowd before the show started.
Yeah.
Then when they dropped the lights, I went in the green room and was like, dude, I'm opening up hot. I came out. I was like, holy shit, dude. You cannot have this many snapback.
Oh, I know. It was so many
I was like, if
hats.
there's one black person in here, they are fucking terrified, dude. It looks like the cover of Get Out, dude. Oh my god! I'm like, dude, if there are black people in here, run out,
Blink twice.
if you can.
I was also blown away by like the age of the crowd was making me unnerved. They were
I knew they'd be young.
They were young.
I knew
And
they'd
was
be
like,
young.
this
I mean, Sass
crazy
is young
hell.
as shit. They're Barstool, so Barstool
Yeah.
their fans tend to be a little bit younger, but like they were cool. Except, dude, the Late Show Thursday, or Wednesday, fucking. I know they reached out to you, Danny, but I knew you weren't around, so they got that other kid who's come in to film before. I forget his name. He actually, you met him.
Oh, I did see that
Tattoos.
guy. Yeah. Very Barker.
Very weirdo. Like, he's a nice guy, but like, here's what happened. He goes, hey, I go, hey man, are you filming this? Because SAS sold out both shows. So he was filming the late one.
Yeah.
So I asked him, hey man, are you filming the whole show? Because I actually really need a tape. That would be great.
He was very
He goes,
artistic
yeah,
with his filming.
let me see what I'm doing. I'm like, what? I'm like, just fucking don't
Set up a camera.
hit record and don't press stop. Wait, what's happening?
No, dude, he was walking around. He was getting all the angles. He was getting it in real.
Yeah, they
good.
asked me to film behind the scenes for them.
Well, SAS had his producer there that had his camera was doing that. He wanted this kid set up a stable shot too.
Okay.
Like the traditional right in the back.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, dude, do you mind film mine? I'll send you money, whatever you want
Sure.
to send me. He was like, yeah, let me check. I was like, what? I was like, no, there's no checking. Just press record. So anyway, I mean, he's a nice kid, but it was just really weird. So I was like, whatever. So I go out on stage. I opened up great. But then I remembered in my head, the minute I was up there, I was like, fuck, I actually do need 5 minutes. So I started doing routine, and
yeah.
it was going good. And then, like clockwork, do we get bread if we... I'm like, shut the
Man.
fuck. Dude, to the point, so loud where I have to stop because I usually try and avoid it because I could already tell she wasn't heckling. She was just ordering loud.
ordering.
So I go, and then finally I'm just like, what the fuck are you ordering? How long is this fucking order? And dude, I got 2 applause breaks from me just being like, shut the fuck, and I hated it because it's like, dude, I need this fucking tape. Shut the fuck up. So finally, like the last 10 minutes of my set, I knew there was 5 in there somewhere. I was like, there's definitely, I could use. Then the show's over, and the camera kid comes over, and I was like, and he comes over to me like smiling. I was like, dude, I can't fucking believe that lady, man. I never want to address that shit, but like, whatever. I think that last 10 minutes, I definitely got something. He's like, dude, don't even worry. Like, I didn't even get it. I was like, get what? And he's like laughing. He's like, nah. Like, I didn't, you know. And I was like, what's happened? Did you record the fucking set? He's like, dude, I can't. When I put my camera on, I noticed only 50% battery. I was like, why are you showing up with 50% battery? Even if you weren't, even if I didn't ask to film the fucking thing, who is a camera guy who shows up like, yeah, this will be good? What the fuck are you talking? And then he's like, I didn't get it. I was like, dude, you are the most infuriating kid I've ever met in my life. It was so weird. I was like, so you didn't record? He's like, nah, bro. And he went like this. I was like,
Oh, man, he cocked back?
dude, he high-handed me. I was like, you mother...
Yes.
That was such a high-hand closer, too. That's like a fucking royal straight flush of
man.
a fucking... Yo, and here comes the ace of spades.
Here's the thing. I fucked everything up.
He's like, yo, I didn't even film him. The camera was backwards. He's like, also, I don't know if you noticed, it was an old loaf of bread in a fucking tripod. I duct taped it.
Dude, there was one time I had someone film my set, and I was like, use my phone, and they put their finger over the camera the
brilliant.
whole time, which was also crazy. And then one time, I asked another comic to film my set, because I was first time I was ever doing 20 minutes. And not only did he talk during my
He's
set.
like, he's going to like this tape. Man, that was a good joke.
Dude, no, he was having a side conversation about weed with somebody else. He's like, dude, these edibles are fucking wow. I'm telling you right now, the guy I have.
He's like, hold on, I'll call him right now. He uses your phone. He's like, what the fuck? Why can't I get in my phone?
I don't understand this narc. Dude, it was so, I was like, oh man, that was great. And then I listened to it, and it's like half the audio's off, the finger's over the camera, and then a guy talking about edibles the whole fucking time. It's not hard.
You should have submitted it to JFL.
I was like, it should have. I should have just used it the whole time. It's
just be like, and now we wait.
This
Come
is
on,
art.
singer.
This is art. I just don't understand how it's that hard to just
I know.
do shit like that.
Well, dude, it just blew
never,
my mind because you ever get that feeling of like it's like if somebody's fucking with you, you're like, wait, what is happening? He's like, I'd like 50%. I'm like, why are you smiling too? Like, I'm not pissed, but I'm also like, so you showed up with a battery half full. Yeah. You didn't record mine because you just, obviously, you need to do Sass's set, and he's doing close to an hour. I get it. But why wouldn't you tell me that when I asked? Because then I would have been like, fuck it, you know what? I'm going to set my phone up back there with you. Just make sure nobody knocks it over. I would have recorded with my phone. I don't give a shit.
It's like showing up. It's like, look, you guys are going to be mad at me.
Dude, it's no
Tell
joke.
you right now.
I can't even be mad at the kid because he's like, after he's like, bro, hit me up. We'll get it down. I'm like, dude, I don't need you to do. I have plenty of people
that
like
doesn't work
you're
in
just
any other situation.
It was like it's like I turn into I've used this reference before, but I turn into like Will Smith in I Am Legend when he's yelling at the mannequin. I'm like, dude, if you're fucking real.
Yeah,
you need to tell
it's
me
out of control.
what is happening. It was insane. I was like, all right, so yeah, we're done here. He's like, let's get a drink, dude. I was like, get the fuck away from me.
Let's go out and talk over Mai Tais. I'm telling you right now, what I could have had would have been
I only
amazing.
brought 50% of my money, by the way. Like, dude, he's a nice dude. I like him, but like, it was just a bizarre situation.
That to me, when I hear about things like that, that is someone who woke up and was like, you know what I want to be? Videographer for something. I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm watching enough YouTube.
And I'm gonna be groundbreaking. They're gonna call me half bats because I'm gonna show up that's how they're gonna remember me. I show up with half batteries. Also, isn't it pretty standard if you're a serious videographer? Doesn't everyone have a plug for their battery?
or
time?
something like that.
Or at least a backup.
I charge 2 batteries, and
Thank
I
you.
have a direct power line. every
Exactly.
time, just
Yeah.
in case.
I don't know one
I'm
person.
not even that, and I know that.
Yeah, like if I were to do it, I obviously don't have the equipment. I'm also not a videographer, but if I was a videographer, you account for any kind of like maybe that battery just fucks up. You have another one.
Nah, man.
In all fairness, I did get a text like 4 hours before the show if I could do it.
Yeah. Oh, I know it was like last minute.
Sure.
But still, you have one battery that's 50% full. I mean, the kid definitely had at least a couple hours before the show. Plug it in.
Nah,
Maybe it was
dude.
dead and that's all he could get it to. I don't know. But still, it's just bizarre to me. I don't know one videographer that has one battery. He's like, come on, you little motherfucker. I'm all in on this battery, dude.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Obviously. But whatever. I mean,
That
was good.
I just don't get like that would never work. I wonder what his other job is where he can just half-ass like that because clearly he just lets it
I
go.
think he's a stand-up, so he's probably pretty good.
He's like, and that's my time. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah,
I'm only 3 minutes in.
he's featured. He does 10 minutes. He's like, light me at 8.
Look, they call me half gem. Okay, you only get half. You're gonna only need half of it.
But
It's so good.
Night, it was crazy too because the second night, Roan was there. Who Sass does it, Roan. That's a Philly legend.
Yeah.
Like Roan with the battle rapping and everything.
Of course.
Obviously, and I love Roan. He's the man, and it was good to see him. And he came out at the end of for like the last like 10 minutes. Sass would bring him out after he was done, and those two would just kind of bullshit. And it was funny because Roan was coming out and just giving him notes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I think Sass called it Rittenhouse Park or something.
Yeah.
And Sass is like, no, dude, Rittenhouse Square. You can get shot up there calling it that now. Literally. I'm like,
Oh
he's not
yeah.
wrong.
It's dude.
Rittenhouse is tough.
There was a guy the first night I worked there. The guy stabbed in the park 3 times
Because he called it Park?
I think.
I mean, technically it is Rittenhouse
It is-
Park.
it is a
but
park.
I know.
But
it
yeah,
was funny.
it's just a very. It's crazy how now there are people coming like this city doesn't seem that dangerous.
You know what I was wondering too? And I wonder, because when he came out both times, I mean, the second show was insane, but the reception of that, like their pop when Roan just would walk out, because Sass would be like, I also brought a special guest, and then Roan would walk out, they'd explode.
Yeah.
Like the second show, they went berserk. Now, my question is, I know they know him as his co-host on their podcast on Barstool.
Sure.
But I wonder if these kids know of, like Roan's history with battle rap in Philly,
Probably.
and that's another reason why. Like I'm sure some of them do.
Well, I mean, he was pretty big on 94.1.
Yeah,
That's
That's
true.
how I know. I didn't know
Yeah.
any of his other like rap shit. But
he made some fat dude go anorexic. That's how bad
Yeah,
he beat
dude,
him. Dude.
that's fucking
I swear to
wild.
God, there was a rapper he battled. He fucking ate his ass so bad that kid went anorexic. I was like, dude, that's fucked up. So people ask me, how good can Roan be? I'm like, this kid went into a fucking.
He made body dysmorphia happen.
You ever seen
That's what
Christian
happened.
Bale in The
Yeah,
Machinist? And that guy was black,
He gave up eating forever.
like an Ireland.
How
in the
crazy
70s.
does that have to happen? Like you just get fucking destroyed, and you walk off stage, and someone's like, "Hey, how you feel?" Like, not good, man. It's fucking-
He's just at home looking at like Tasty Cakes. He's like, no, you loser.
you see him opening cupboards and putting it all in the trash. You're like, not today, you fat fuck.
Pouring out Fruit Loops like, fuck you, man. That's it.
He's got
It's like an alcoholic pouring
He's
out the
got an
bottles.
entire trash can on fire of all the fucking tasty cakes. He's like, never again.
Dude, it's
Never
so
again.
funny because, like, yeah, and like I said, dude, it's so funny to think of Roan and how good, people ask if he's that good. It's like, because you look at him, and obviously, you know, in the fucking battle rap game, nowadays, obviously, you know, whatever, but traditionally, dude, a kid like Roan walking, I'm like, well, what's he catering? You know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
What's he doing there? And then just murdering dudes. And the best part is, it's you can honestly tell someone, like, dude, no joke. Like, put this dude in this serious health crisis. That's how good.
He was announcement waiting 2 years.
That's why Foley should battle rap Roan.
Oh my! Dude, what if Roan
I've
became
been
a
saying
personal trainer and all he did was break you down to a point? Like, I need to lose this.
Roan should be
weight.
personal training, battle rapping.
That's how it goes.
He would be like, dude, I'll give you results in a week, dude.
Whole new market.
I'll slice 180 pounds off, dude. I think that's I'm gonna let him know.
Yeah, did you question yourself? It's like, yeah, this guy will fucking make you lose weight tonight.
The commercials for his service would be so funny of just some fat kid crying, just getting ripped apart lyrically. He's like, but I lost 280 pounds. They just hate themselves.
The whole commercial is just a fat kid crying in a car. Just like there's nothing else going on, just him punching a steering wheel.
It's a good session with Roan today.
He's like, this is fucking crazy, man.
You didn't say that about my mom.
I don't understand what the fuck I did.
He's like, but damn, I look good.
Yeah, dude.
They're crying, holding the jeans. Just bawling, crying with the jeans
Dude,
out.
1, 2, like, it gets results. Yeah, I got results.
I think
Oh
that's,
man.
but it was really great. So like, and they crushed. You know, bringing him out, exasperating him out was really good. But he did really well. It was fun. It was a good couple of nights, man. Fun
That's
nights.
fucking sick, man.
It was funny too because I got to tell Roan's wife, who I think I've met before briefly, but I was talking to her on Wednesday night, and I walked into the green room, and somebody was saying, "Yeah, the tent was in his room." I was like, "What?" Because I know a guy, and they're like, Roan was like, or I think it was Roan was like, "Don't you know Shane?" I was like, "Yeah, O'Connor." So his wife knows Shane
Okay.
O'Connor. I forget how, but she's like, what did he do? I was like, so he moved in with us for like the last 3 months when we were down at the mansion with me, Gillis, and McCusker. And she's like, why was the tent in there? I was like, he didn't buy a bed. One day he just set up a tent in his room and he slept in the tent inside the room. And not like temporary, like he decorated. There was like comedy flyers like in there for like his open mic or whatever he was doing. Like at that point,
In the tent?
I swear to God, I'm not lying. Ask him, he'll talk about it. I think he had like Christmas lights in there hanging. It was pretty nice. Like Shane, I think at this point Shane he was working at a car dealership, but he had quit that job already. So he would just be at the house all day. I think he said he just like walked by. I was like, what the fuck? And
Yeah,
just like
dude.
took him. I was like, dude, what are we living with Ted Kaczynski?
Yeah,
dude?
what is this?
Oh my God.
I'm going off the grid.
I swear to God, he
In
never
this
bought a
room.
bed. He just set up a tent.
Yeah. You know, gets chicks fucking slick. Tents in a room with no bed.
Somehow less creepier than when Crick lived there with his wooden bed, single bed frame and like wooden lamp. I was like, oh, this is skin.
Wait, wasn't that when the bed was in the basement? That was
No, they put that bed in the basement for like some sketch they did or some shit.
got it.
But
because
no,
I thought the bed was in the basement. I was like, this is just a rape murder waiting to happen. This
no, his room was set up. It looked like those photos from like Ed Gein's house.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
And he was like, Crick was like borderline a hoarder. Right?
No, he was. I mean, he was like the rest of us. Like he'd let it get slot, but then he'd clean, like do
Nah,
big
that's
one
right.
clean. It
Gotcha.
wasn't nothing crazy. So yeah, we had Ed Gein living there, and then the Unabomber. So it was weird. That room will get you.
That's the
That's
room
like that room
you
they made
don't
a
want to
movie
do
about with
MDMA. Well, the 1308.
Yeah, that's
don't
our
go
room.
in that fucking room,
Yeah,
dude.
dude.
You go in, Lemaire's on the ceiling like Spider-Man. Like, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, that's just normal though.
It's like, yeah. It's like I built a web.
If it was Lemaire, I would be like, okay. But I didn't really know Shane O'Connor at the time. That was when I first met him.
And Shane's
So
a
that was
very normal guy.
very normal. Very. I like Shane a lot. He's a nice kid. But it was like that was my intro to him. Was like, yeah, I'm sleeping in a tent. I was like, I got eyes on you, motherfucker. Dude, I was upstairs. You remember on the 3rd floor. If I heard any creaking on those steps, I'm like, he's coming up crab walking. I'm like, oh my God.
You walk by, he's upside down putting together a gun like, yo.
He's handing out open mic flyers.
I don't know what you're doing, dude.
I swear to God, in his tent. It was like.
Decorating a tent is a whole new level of insane. I'm like, that's a whole new level of crazy. Like having a tent indoors is nuts.
I think at one point there was money on girls going back to it. Because I think we bet on everything, but I think we were betting on him closing a girl in that tent.
Dude.
And he's like, I don't know, it might be kind of weird. I was like, obviously. The money is not on it happening, my man. It's a long shot.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, I could pay rent with this. You got to fucking close, dude.
That's like bringing a chick back to.
He's like, does she have to be alive? I'm like, well, now you just made it weird.
I think there'd probably be more unnerving if you went in there was bunk beds, and he's like, yeah, I don't have a brother.
Dude, like, I knew a kid
good Lord.
Down South Philly. I knew a kid who him and his girlfriend were looking to buy a house in the next couple of years, so they wanted to move somebody in their spare bedroom to save money.
Yeah.
They moved this kid in, and I swear to God, he showed up with like his childhood bunk beds. And my buddy was like, hey, man, these are actually the older ones where like you don't have to put the top one on. You just have the bottom as a single bed or whatever. And he's like, no, that's fine. We'll put the top on. He's like, I really prefer you not to have bunk beds. It's really creepy.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, well, maybe he just uses it because people put like laundry or something up there. Dude, nothing. It was
That's
like
wild as shit, man.
Dude, and you'd hear, well, then he switched and slept on the top. So my buddy would hear him like climbing up the little ladder. He was like 30. Like, what do you need the ladder for, dude? Just jump up there.
Is he walking around in footed pajamas like, yo, what's up? Want to eat popcorn in bed. I also knew a dude who had 2 twin beds in his room. And like, for a long time, I was like, I wonder if he had like a brother that maybe something had happened. Like, I was in elementary school. It's like maybe his brother died, but really he just used that other twin bed to tuck in his toys, which was weird as shit.
Murdoch's a weird dude. What do you want?
Dude, you should have had Doc in that house.
I think we did.
Yeah.
I think he was mind controlling.
You just didn't know he was in there?
Yeah, I don't know. I've been watching so many duds lately. I've been in the worst fucking mood. And you know what pisses me off more than anything?
You're watching this new Italian crap.
No, it's Brazilian.
Whatever.
It sucks. But Latinos should never do true crime. They shouldn't. Do you understand? I showed Shaner. I proved my point.
It's emotional.
There was one point in this documentary. It's on HBO. It's about some Brazilian soap opera star who got killed in like the early 90s or mid 90s. The one part is her husband now talking about the night that he found out that she was killed. All it was the, tale's old as time. Show up to the cop station. Boom. Is my wife here? Oh, that's it. No, she's not. Technically, she might be. I don't know. She's
tale is old as time.
You know what I mean?
Classic.
You've heard it a million times. Somehow, because it's Latino, every fucking detail. It's like, so I go there. I get the good spot. I go in. Then I'm like, I didn't see her car anyway. It reminded me this one time I'm at my Aunt Flo's. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Dude, they have to give you all the deets.
It's everything. Dude. And really, at the end of the day, some soap opera star got beat up and killed. It's like, okay.
And all of those people are soap opera stars.
Dude, I think it's a 3-part.
That's how it goes.
Because it could be done in 8 minutes.
Sure.
That's what I'm saying. Juarez needs to cash in on this. They got, 37 deaths a day? And they're all murders. All they have to do is like, dude, white people will eat this dumb shit up. It's
Without
like,
a doubt.
how did he get hung from the overpass? Well, obviously, the cartel.
But they need the drama.
But
that's the thing.
We're just talking about the Mind Over Murder, which is another fucking dog shit documentary. It's 6 hillbillies who fucking give in to the dumb shit cop and go, yeah, I did it. It starts out by interviewing the 6 people involved at their home. So obviously
they didn't do it.
I was like, dude, why?
Dude, true crime is so dumb now.
The problem is there's still people trying to get water out of that well when it is.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there are things, but they're just taking the surface stories. And I don't give a shit. They're not good true crime.
Well, that's because everything is like there's just so much crime now.
Yeah.
Everyone's murdering everybody. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
I hate when they say it too. They call it mind over matter. It's like, or mind over murder, because they say like, yeah, they were brainwashing us. I was like, no, there's
Nah.
6 fucking retards that hung out at a at a truck stop bar, and then the one fat chick goes in and goes, yeah, I might have done it. Here's 5 other people that were with me, and they're like, what the hell? I wasn't there. I did it. That's it right there. If you didn't watch Mind Over Murder, that's it.
Tale as old as time.
The only good part is, and this is a spoiler, so if you're watching it, don't watch this part. But the one dude who was basically getting blamed for all of this, dude, James White, he got out, and he was, back at home living with his mom. And then the documentary just shows his mom. She's like, and he was crushed by the baler. I'm like, wait, what? So he got crushed at work.
Wait, like
recently. Like when he got out of jail, he started putting his life back together. He got this job at some mill. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And yeah, he got crushed. He's dead. That would have been funny if the mom was like, I know the 5 people who did it, and just put them right back in jail.
all of them.
It was fucking, I hate it. I am pumped for that Newman one, though. It should be good.
The Paul Newman die?
Ethan Hawke did a 6-part series on, it's the only thing that might suck, though, because it's about his marriage to Joanne Woodward. And I was like, that's cool and all, I guess.
I hope it's all about salad
Paul
dressing. I
No.
hope it's all about Newman's own.
They
It
need to
just
make
fucking
one of
goes
like how
off.
him and McQueen were fucking dickheads in the set when
They'll never
when
make
they both
that.
started racing. Because
They'll
like
never-
Paul Newman was making money from racing.
Yeah.
Like he was legitimately racing. Steve McQueen was drinking. Well, they both were.
Weird.
But I don't know. It might be gay.
I'm pumped for the Oppenheimer docudrama. That's going to be fucking
What
sick.
about Schmidt? Nailed it. I don't know what you're talking about.
Talking about J. Robert Oppenheimer, Christopher Nolan's directing a movie about the guy who made the atomic bomb.
Oh,
It's going to be fucking sick. It's got the guy who, the guy who played Scarecrow in the Nolan movies for Batman.
oh,
He's playing Oppenheimer, and it
the
looks
Irish
fucking
kid.
yeah. And
he's in Peaky Blinders.
Robert Downey Jr.'s in it too. It looks fucking sick as shit. Yeah.
That could be good.
I'm fucking pumped for it.
Man, is there any hot ladies in it?
I mean, they're gonna be hotter.
There's so
than-
many right now because you know what else I keep seeing? It's pissing me off. Posts when they do like articles that like say like Demi Moore floors fans wearing skimpy bikini. I'm like, floors fans? She's hot. What do you want? It's like Holly Berry. Whoa, lacy bra. I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Well, there was just this other article the other day, and I don't like. I'm all for it. I'm all for freeing the nipple, like the free the nipple thing. The
it's also
movement.
women that you can just Google.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, they've been naked.
But the
times.
one chick who was in Midsummer, she was like talking about how she wore this like sheer top and her nips were all like,
the main chick.
yeah,
Yeah.
and her tits were out, like you could see full nipple. And she was talking about, like, it's rude that like she got all these comments. One, of course, people are gonna fucking tear you. You're a celebrity. You're gonna get eaten alive
They
on
are
social
funny comments.
Yeah,
They crush.
They're
The
fucking
trolls
wild.
crush on those comments. I give them credit.
They go nuts. But like I do, she's like, yeah, I'm all for freeing the nipple. I'm like, well, if you're all for freeing the nipple, you have to take in consideration there are gonna be people who will destroy whatever the fuck's going on.
anything.
And like that's what I don't understand. Like, yeah, we just want to normalize nipples. I'm like, well, you're gonna have to go through an entire generation of people.
You understand? That's
to, like-
exactly why they do this, because they know they don't need to, and it will start a fight. And they're like, you know what? We still get pushed back. I'm like, because the people giving you shit are normal. They're like, I don't care. Shut the fuck up. And they're like, you see this pushback we get? I'm like, no one cares,
man.
You're just throwing shit out into the fucking world that's gonna get crushed.
I just think it's also crazy that like I don't know if anybody
Free
was
the
really
nipple.
Yeah, free the nipple, dude. I've also seen nipples that should be locked up for life. Don't fucking put
And also, at the
every
end of the
nipple
day, I
out.
don't fucking care. It's like,
I mean-
free it, go nuts. I
Yeah.
don't fucking care.
But I do think it's crazy that chicks are like, I think I should be able to walk around topless. I'm like, yeah, you can do that, but you're not gonna be able to.
Yeah, then
like,
they get raped, and they're like, do you see this? We can't even walk around with tits out.
like I just had a
oh.
guy yell at me because my fucking titties were. I'm like, yeah, dude, that's
Yep.
what's gonna happen for a very long time.
Yeah.
You can be all about it, but it's like the slippery slopes that you're gonna have is No pun intended, dude.
I'm just gonna pull my balls out and walk by a Gap
Yeah,
and be like,
free
"All
the
right,
balls,
ladies,
dude."
grow up."
This is nuts.
That's their
right?
construction site. It's like a Gap. I'm like, I can't even walk around
That's what you think ladies catcall men.
outside of Gap. And they're like, "Look at the balls on this one." I'm like, "All right, ladies."
I'm walking here.
Yeah, my eyes are up
Yeah.
here.
Look me in the eyes.
Yeah,
Do not look at my balls.
that's insane.
I just think that's like, freeing the nipple again. That looks good on paper. But like if chicks were just walking around topless thinking that everyone's going to be like, "Oh, topless woman. Pay no mind to that."
Yeah, of
It's
course
like,
they are.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah,
not
We're
how it
animals.
works. Yeah. We're out of control.
I'll put it out there. I'll tell you right now. Every movement that has been made in the last 10 years has done nothing. I'm sorry. At the end of the day, guys are fucking animals.
Yeah, dude.
Trolls are gonna be trolls. It
It's
is what it
gross.
is. No one's changing shit. So when people ask me about that kind of stuff, like I got a bunch of DMs when I did Matt and Shane's. They were asking me about it was right around the Roe versus Wade, and all in the episode, I was like, I don't give a fuck. They're like, I was like, what the fuck do you want me to do?
You're not going to do anything.
I don't know why nobody just comes out and says, like, I can't do shit.
You can't.
They're like, people are getting all over these fights about pro-abortion and all this stuff. And I'll just say this. I'm pro-abortion because I don't know why no one has a ball to say. It's like, here's the thing. Yeah, it sucks that child doesn't even get to see life, but he wouldn't have had a fucking chance if he was born. Look at his
No.
fucking parents. Too many
It's
kids are
bad.
born that have literally are born. It's like, you're done. You have no shot.
Yeah.
And there's that rare instance where, yes, they can fucking get out of that bullshit, and that's great. But for the most part, no fucking way.
Let it go, man.
So hey, you want to kill that kid? Go nuts.
Go fucking crazy.
I mean, you're an idiot. So
I'm not, I would never stop anybody. If someone's like, "Yeah, I need
He's
to get,"
not the
I'm like,
next
yeah.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe a Schmidt.
I was gonna say, get that bombs made.
Is that the whole movie? Is this about making the atomic bomb?
I'm pretty sure it's more about making the atomic bomb.
I thought Albert Einstein did that.
No, Albert Einstein helped. Oppenheimer was the main architect.
Of course
the
he
bomb.
did. German.
Dude.
Just saying.
Hey, Einstein got out while the getting was good. I'll tell you that much.
He was an anarchist.
He was like, "I gotta get out of this goddamn."
Not like a
thing."
today, not like a present day anarchist.
Yeah, those
which I know gets Danny going. But
He hates them.
if you're not seeing dude, I watched the first episode. I was like, there's no way I can watch a second one. I'll put a hole through my fucking TV because now apparently anarchists today are just lazy white women who don't pay taxes. They're like, we're nuts. I'm like, no, you're just
you're
a
not.
piece of shit.
You just don't want to pay for stuff.
Yeah, it's like, dude, technically,
I'm
all
an
of us are anarchists
Yeah.
at heart.
I'm an anarchist right now. I don't want to pay for shit.
Like, I got my Pico bill coming up. I might go on the run.
Walk up to Pico like, I'm an anarchist.
I'm like, but I will. Can I make a payment for next week?
So here's 25 though.
I can put 10 on it.
Right, like an
And then
A
walk
on
out
all
and
of
be
your money.
Outside the Pico building as I get into a lift. I go to a Starbucks.
Dude, you're chaotic, dude. You don't even get it.
I do like those pictures though, where it's like some dumb white bitch sitting on her laptop, and it's like, crush capitalism while she's on an Apple laptop in
Yeah,
a
dude.
Starbucks. I'm like, nailed it.
You have no idea.
That's anarchy.
The
right there.
hypocrisy that goes along with it. A real anarchist would just honestly be a hermit, if anything. You just go
dude,
and
that's-
be by yourself.
That's legitimately the most rebellious thing you can do
You
right
can
now,
do.
is not getting a label. Because
Just-
my brother used to talk about that. He goes, you can't live in this country without being labeled as something. Even if you do nothing, you are
Yeah.
now something. And
Fuck
he's like,
that.
think about that. And it's fucking bizarre. Because that's why he was like, dude, you got to dismember the government. It was an experiment that fucking failed,
Wildly failed.
which is never going to get fixed. And he was like, dude, I was like, what do you think? Communism? He's like, fucking, let's go nuts, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Let's, like, start trading beans for cities again.
If you go back to a barter system, it probably would work better than what's going on with our
I'd
fucking money.
crush in the barter system, dude.
What would you trade?
Dude, I got treasures for days, dude.
What do you got?
Treasures.
What do you got?
Original copy of Mal's skateboarding vid. Hello.
All right,
That'll
that's
get
pretty
you
good.
fed for a week. VHS
good.
tape with the box.
Oh, dude, VHS is on the up, dude. You could probably
Mouse
get
might be the best skate video of all time. So it's probably a couple of potatoes at least.
That's worth a burger.
But really, I don't know. It'd be weird. I'd be into it though.
You'd have to learn a skill. That's what it
definitely
really.
have to, yeah.
That's what it comes down to. It's like even if it's a crude skill, like videotaping half a set.
Showing up with half battery life.
If you showed up, you're like, well, this guy can kind of do this.
Yeah,
I guess.
he's right there.
I mean, with some time.
But I think in the barter system, I think I would do well because I have way better treasures than people for that system. People like want like money and all that. Fuck that. Because what happens to all your fucking $300 shoes and fucking shirts when it's about nobody cares?
I could only imagine sneakerhead barter system. That would be the most.
Oh, there is.
That would be the most annoying thing I'd ever seen in my
Oh
life.
god, dude, it's just littered with
what
flat
are you
brims
talking
and AJ
about?
ones that
And all
aren't
the
worth
fucking
much.
shrink wrap shoes that you never open. Like, what the fuck are you doing with that?
They would, dude.
Where are the shoes?
I do like that line, and I said it again. I was talking about at Sasa shows. I was like, "Who's in here like 21 to 23?" And like, obviously, most of the room started clapping. So I was like, "Dude, you guys are getting fucking housed right now. People hate you. It's hilarious. I don't know if you guys know. They made a series about it on Netflix. It's called like I'm a fucking pussy or something. I don't know. You can check it out. I think I might have brought this up on one of the 3 recordings we've tried to put out. But there's a series on Netflix called Snowflakes, which is a dumb idea because it's like any 20-year-old kid of any generation, when you put them in a situation with a Navy SEAL, it's like, you can't do that.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
like,
not.
no.
Yeah,
I wasn't ringing the bell, dude.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to do half of that physical
But it's
activity.
still funny to see them out
much
there like just trying to get Wi-Fi. And they would die.
I mean,
They would die in the bars.
I think it would be funny just to take any 21-year-old from like out of there, but just put them in a slaughterhouse. Just watch them have to process meat would be fucking great.
It would take them forever. They would take just selfies like last moments with Porky. Fucking
Last moments with Porky.
I'd sell them. Any 18 to like 23-year-old,
dude.
We hit the bar system.
Human trafficking would be crazy.
Oh, you're a fuck slave, or
Dude.
I'm getting food out of you.
Fuck slave food.
You're gone.
That's basically how it goes. And then you'd want the fatties. That's the whole thing. Is like you'd want more fatties on the planet because you'd have to eat them.
Nah.
I don't know, man. You can use fatties for their skin, and you can use fatties for like the meat, the fat you could boil down and make oil out of.
I don't know what it is. I think I've always wanted like a Waterworld situation.
Yeah.
I think
Sounds
it'd be cool.
relaxing.
It really does.
It does. It's one less thing to think about.
It's
to
like-
tell you the truth.
We're down to nothing at this point, and it's just a free for all, but like not so murderous until Dennis Hopper shows
it'll
up.
happen.
But like if you don't have that like evil dude, you don't have like a Mad Max fucking scenario.
You need a humongous to like get your ass in gear.
I think it'd be great.
Yeah.
I've always liked like those contraptions. Like
I did think it was funny, like even in fucking
watching Swiss Family Robinson when as a kid, I was like,
dope,
dude, this
dude.
would rule.
Yeah. That would be fucking
You
awesome.
hit like a fucking you push a pineapple and you get a fucking water somehow after a golf ball goes whatever the fuck.
that would be fucking sick as fuck.
Yeah.
But I think it's even like, the breakdown of society. Did you ever see the movie The Postman?
Oh my god, with Kevin Costner?
It's it's like Waterworld just without the water. But then the fucking part where he meets Tom Petty, that was fucking wild. Where Tom Petty's like, "Oh my god, you're famous." Tom Petty's like, "No, man, you're famous, man."
He's like, "Oh my god, aren't you?" And Tom Petty's like, "Pony Express."
That'd be
I'm
so.
like, oh,
but that's
God.
the funny thing. Everyone was following Tom Petty like he knew what to do.
Yeah.
Like that's the funny thing that will be a breakdown of society as well. Is that there will be a bunch of kids like, I gotta get to Machine Gun Kelly. He's gonna help us out. It's like, no, he won't.
No, he'd be a sex slave.
He's gonna be
I'd sell
fucked.
that kid off immediately.
Dude, that's what will happen.
Go
People
on.
will be fucking Machine Gun Kelly till he's dead.
Oh yeah,
And that's the craziest thing.
because then there's got to be some kind of order as far as law and stuff, but like loosely.
Yeah, dude. You
Like
got
a cop will look the other way if you
Sure.
butt fuck Machine Gun Kelly to death.
He's like, look, I'm just doing it for
He's
the
like,
greater
hey,
good.
none of my business.
Sorry, I'm a lax cop. Not all cops are bastards, but I will look the other way on this one. I'm sorry,
I
Machine.
didn't want to butt fuck that kid.
What are you doing, butt fucking Machine Gun Kelly?
time.
Excuse me.
Love it or leave it, pal.
Let me get that butt.
But also, then you get to basically claim and start your own country, which I know is legal. You can do that kind of stuff. Like I watched this documentary on this guy started like the smallest country ever, and somehow there's some old fucking
Where is this legal?
I gotta look up the documentary. I put the link up.
Okay.
It was stupid, but like technically, legally, what he's doing is right. But like the whole thing was because he didn't have to pay taxes and stuff like that.
I mean.
But then it's like, well, then this country can declare war on you. And he's like, yeah, that is a problem.
Dude, how crazy
He's
would
like,
it
my
be?
80 by 100-foot country it may not survive fucking cool ass Atonia.
Yeah,
We're in trouble.
But he's like, if cool ass Attorney's like, we're going nuclear tonight. He's got one bomb. He's like, English out.
He says an old, like, fucking Rambo wrestling buddy. He's like, you take point, John. Immediately.
But nobody in Basic is like, that guy, he's just crazy.
Yeah, he's the
He just
moron.
don't even mess with
But
him.
that's the way to go. You got to go nutty. Like, if we ever hit that, like, kind of
Well, I mean, I'm going to say, like,
apocalyptic time, you got to go nuts. If you're fucking...
dude, by 20, I'm calling it now, by 2040, I'm going to say at least one of the states or more will secede from the...
Really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, God.
2040.
Yeah. By
That's not
2040.
that.
I know it's not that long, but if you look what's happening with the, what is that fucking called? It's called the Readout or Redact in Montana and parts of Idaho. There's an entire community, and they're like, we're not, like, they're basically like alt-right, but they're not like, they're just like, oh, yeah, we're going to start our own thing.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
they're,
yeah.
They're
I've
on
seen
the
that.
cusp of secession. The way that even like, remember, what was it, like 2 years ago when Texas lost all their power and they're like, hey, let's look at the power grid. And they see that it was in the shape of Texas. And they're like, why is it like that? Because Texas has always planned to secede from America to form its own country.
They'll fuck some people up.
I guarantee by 2040, there will be at least one either Western state or Southern state that'll be like, you know what, we're not doing this anymore. And then America will just be like, yeah, we don't have the means or the ends or the funds. And then that's it. And once it happens one time, I guarantee another state will be like, yeah, we can do that
Wasn't
too.
that's a big thing for Alaska, right?
Yeah.
Because like Sarah Palin was originally part of like.
Oh,
some
God,
group
yeah,
that
dude.
wanted to-
They're like, yeah,
Yeah.
we're not even part. Like, it's like even Hawaii. People are like, you're not even on the continent. You could just be your own thing if you really
You're
wanted.
not even our nationality.
Yeah, dude.
What are you doing here? You could literally float away. We'd be like, get back here. Damn it. They're pretty far out. We don't need
Dude,
them.
what if America tried to make a tether on fucking Hawaii? The longest tether ever. It's like, we're never letting you go.
I think once you see a working well at in anyone's state, it's like, uh-oh.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
If you're getting water out of a well, it's like, fuck, dude.
Like,
They're
what did
about
you
to go
guys do, dude?
apocalypto.
We're never letting anybody back, dude.
And obviously, since before whenever, for years and years, there's been people that are like those, doomsday
Preppers, yeah,
preppers, and they've been around forever since like the 50s and 60s with the scares
Sure.
from the atom bombs and everything. But now it's like, okay, I think these guys might have a chance.
Yeah, you without a doubt.
They're like, I ain't hiding in this shed.
It's like, yeah, I've often thought about like if I had the money, I would definitely buy a house, but then if I had the money, I'd build a fallout shelter. I'd build a fucking fallout shelter like, the next
You would
day.
turn that into a jerk then immediately, dude. You'd get like a can of
Yes.
peaches and a fucking bottle of Deer Park, and like, you know what? That's good enough.
Just line it with
The
Swank
soundproofing
magazine,
would be amazing.
Oh, yeah,
You'd be
dude.
in there like,
screaming in a fake
finally
ass.
scream jerk in my fucking Fallout basement.
I am at home.
What if a fucking nuke hits? You're like, all right, come down here. I gotta be honest with you. Not much prep went into this.
You go in, it's just like fucking porno everywhere. It's like, look.
Yeah, dude. It's just a bed in the corner, like a big pillow. You're
How
like,
do you guys
"Don't
feel
come
about
here."
Eggo waffles and Swank magazine? I'm just letting you know it is everywhere.
I didn't put any food in it.
I didn't think about this.
Yeah, but
I was not ready.
see, I don't know though. It's weird because like that whole idea of like, remember like Cloverfield Lane?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called with John Goodman? Like they had a whole like a setup, like
Sure.
sustained with electricity, water, everything. I think those people are just gonna band together and be like, "Fuck it, dude. We'll take out the above grounders."
I mean, you're definitely. I mean, when all things said and done, we're gonna eventually have to go underground anyway.
I think everybody's a pussy at the end of the day anyway. I saw them two fucking pussies fold at the fucking hearings. You see them because they tagged you and me. The one dude looked just like me too. I was like, "Damn it."
Oh yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
Those two fucking folded so.
Without a doubt.
Wait, the one guy, you know what part he was? He was his crew was the Oath Takers. That is the gayest name.
The Oath Keepers.
Or Oath Keepers.
Yeah. Oath
Fucking
Keepers. What are you talking about?
Jerk off, dude. And he's up there with face tats that says like, America, fuck you, terrorists. And he's like, you know what? I don't believe in that stuff anymore. I'm like, oh, that sucks.
Just like those anarchists who are like, yeah, I believe in chaos, but I need this loan. I definitely need it.
I want to be able to put stuff on credit too. I'm at 5.
You know what's real anarchy? Just using the Discover card for everything. It's like,
man. Just bring a Discover card out for that's it.
That's it.
Dude, that's pure.
That's pure.
That's the Discover card is basically like the barter system at this.
Without a doubt, dude. It's like you walk in, it's like, did you take Discover? Like, maybe you do.
That dude who looked like me though at those hearings, he was one of the guys who stormed the Capitol. He loses his job, obviously this and that. He goes, you know what? Turns out Trump didn't do anything he promised. He said, I thought he'd be there that day. And I was like, dude, first off, Trump rules for being like, dude, go storm the Capitol. When they did, he's like, yo, what are you doing? You guys fucking
I
did
didn't
it?
mean that.
And he's like, I got brainwashed. I was like, no, you got fucking called out. You got your fucking card pulled.
Dude, the brainwashing, brainwashing claim is so fucking absurd.
Yeah, Patty Hearst sitting at home like, fuck
Shut
you.
up.
All right, been there, done that.
Dude, you weren't like a fucking child who got it ingrained in your head.
Yeah.
You're a fucking, you're like, you know what? Time to get it on. It's like, no, dude. You
Also,
fucked
it's
up.
like, dude, you're posting about it on a public forum, like Facebook. They pulled up all. He's like, you better be there on the 6th. He's like, that was not me. I'm like,
I was brainwashed. I also made Jello shots for the event.
you checked into the Capitol that day. It's like, what the fuck? You created an event page. I think you invited me.
Pure anarchy, dude.
Nuts over here, dude.
Pure craziness.
Also, when they walked in, remember they like at the one scenes, like they all get in there and they're like, it's like just wandering
So
around in
stupid.
circles. I was like, all right, cool, man.
God damn, these
I mean,
people
dude, if you're gonna
suck.
storm the Capitol, storm the, fucking own it.
Yeah,
do
it would be crazier
Don't
if they
bitch
were
up.
actually like, they knew, they weren't doing anything. Like they didn't know what the one guy shit on a wall.
How did no one come dressed as airheads and be like, we're partying here, man? I would
All
have been.
types of beer.
I would have definitely been dressed like Buscemi. I would have been out there like,
Dude, you in a crop top and tight jeans, just like
why would us? You already look like one of them, dude. Danny already looks
you're
like he's
full
an airhead.
shem, dude.
Yeah, you go out, Sandler. Get on the fucking ground, please. Thank you. You're out in front of the FBI doing the robot. All right, they're serious.
They're like, I don't want to go to jail, man.
Why they didn't turn that into a fucking airhead situation is beyond me.
They had
It's
every opportunity.
it's like, yeah, you guys went in there. You're like serious. You're like, we're storming the crowd. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Go in there. Be like, we're partying here, man. Bring a keg.
Yeah.
Walk in there like the fucking frat guys in PCU did to the pit, dude. You just fucking.
You know how I knew you also weren't serious either? It's because you showed up with dudes in their late 40s and 50s wearing white New Balances like you were going to take over the fucking Capitol, you
I
fucking
mean, hey, those
moron.
guys can still party.
Yeah, sure.
When they went in there and then you found out they were like, we're taking our rights back. I'm like, oh, you guys are gay,
You
dude.
guys don't know what the fuck you're
First
doing.
off, in the first 10 minutes, there needs to be a grill going. Somebody needs to tap a keg. And if there's not a beer pong table set up in 8 minutes, I don't know what we're here for. Are you out of your
Yeah,
mind?
there's a guy out front playing cornhole. He's like, I didn't know what we were doing here. I gotta be honest with you.
Dude, if you don't think I'm playing horseshoes right in the front lawn of that fucking place,
That would have been
dude.
sick. If they're all, you see somebody out front like, look, I'm just here to fucking get partying, dude.
Dude, I mean, you
Get
had every
golfing.
opportunity just to be dumb shits. It's
Nope.
like, why not? I mean, you were, but like,
Yeah.
ugh. Once they made it serious, I was like, dude, you guys could have had the ultimate kegger, dude. That would have been the 80s movie of the fucking 2000s.
I don't know why they didn't.
I mean, now if they make a movie about it, it sucks. If
It
they made a
will
movie
be
about it,
suck.
if you guys...
Dude, it'll be so stupid.
Dude, what if they walked in and just like the one big auditorium in there, like they turned it into like a pool party like in Real Genius? Remember that?
That would be sick.
That's still the best pool party in any movie of all time. You ever seen Real Genius? Brilliant. And it would never happen.
Nah.
But like, remember they put ice in the hallways?
Yeah,
and they
dude.
Skating?
That's what I'm saying. If you put a slip and slide in the grand hall, that would have been
There was only
fucking
one
sick.
partier in there, and that's the one I called it. Somebody took a crap in a fucking
Yeah,
desk.
dude.
It's like, obviously, I would have came in with
Well,
a turtle head.
that
popping.
that guy who did that, everyone was like, "What are you doing, Mike?" He's like, "I thought we were wait, what?
Dude,
Fuck."
you know it was fucking Ogre. He's like, I'm back. And like, it was him and Booger, like the real guys who play them.
Curtis Armstrong's in there, just like time to shit.
He's like, the kings have returned. And then, dude, I bet you if old Ogre saw that dude just as a fight,
Yeah.
he's like, where'd you get that hat?
He's like, take that
He would have
off.
lost it. That's Ogre's hat, dude. You don't get to wear that.
It's like, take it off now.
Dude,
Take it off now.
yeah.
Good Lord.
But it was stupid because, like, it's funny to see them like, you know what? I was lied to, and I just want to be an American now. I'm like, yeah, because you're a pussy.
Well, first off,
At least get arrested. If they were like, okay, you guys put a fucking beer slip and slide in the House of Representatives or something, I'd be like, yeah.
I
dude.
also don't like how all of them are like, I was lied to, but just say you're fucking retarded.
Yeah.
Just what you like. Did you expect anything from this fucking like the fact that you
what
are
was
putting all of your eggs in a basket for Trump is fucking retarded to
My
begin
whole
with.
question is, this is a legitimate question. Why did they storm the Capitol? What
Because
was the point?
so apparently Trump was being like, I'm still president. They were trying to deny that the election results were being like counted. And then he was saying like Mike Pence better be like, hey, I don't support what's happening with the fucking counting. And then Mike Pence like, well, actually, we lost the election. And then he's like, well, Mike better do the right thing. And like, and then Trump was like,
Pence is like, dude, I already packed up and I
Yeah,
clocked
dude.
out, bro. We're done.
dude. So then that's
He's
where
like-
the whole
dude, he just goes wolf of wall. He's like, I'm not fucking leaving.
that's where the whole hang Mike Pence thing came from. It was just like all the people went into the Capitol because they thought
You'd
they
have
were
been into that.
They
That
thought they
creepy.
were like stopping the steal, dude. They were trying to stop.
You can't.
the
First off, you can't hang Mike Pence. That guy is a straight fucking choke jerker until he
Yeah,
dies.
dude.
He's like, go ahead, made of steel, dude. You better get some barbed wire on this motherfucker.
They call me fucking Hudgens
Dude,
over
he's
here.
like, come on, you motherfuckers.
If he had a fucking belt around him already,
So
like,
the-
what?
And I'm dead serious because I never really looked to. I didn't know what the hell was going on, but like, so they stormed the Capitol because they were upset that they thought the election was rigged.
Yeah.
Trump was still president. So they get in there. Then what? They
Yeah,
were,
they were-
you know what? Trump's
Well,
president.
they thought. I think that what they thought was that they were going to be able to like overthrow the government.
What are they going to do? Go in there and start setting up cameras? Like, okay, here he. It's like, get the fuck out of here, you
I don't
idiots.
know what they really thought was going to happen.
That's so funny. They all have to go to
But I
trial
also-
now. Dude, they're all getting like misdemeanors. Like, all they're really gonna get, I think a couple people got house arrest. Or like, I think the most is you might get 30 in like county. And they're like, I didn't do it. I'm like, you fucking pussies, dude. I was like, dude, you're gonna get fucking 72 hours of community service.
It's crazy, man.
That'd be funny if the community service was to clean up the Capitol. It's like, damn.
Scrubbing the poop off the wall.
Dude, I'm like, you fucking losers. He's like, you can pry it from my dead hands. Like, shut the fuck up, Carl.
dude, janitor battalion, dude. It'd be fucking great.
All right, let's wrap this
Fuck
up.
me.
I hope this saved, or we're just gonna skip it. I'm gonna press stop now.
Yeah, stop.